What up?
How is it going, Mr. Butler? How is it going?
I like how you call me Mr. Butler all the time.
I don't know. I can call you whatever I want. We're best friends. That's the way this works.
Well, I mean, not whatever you want.
No. There's people you can do it with
No.
and people you can't. But guess what, my friend? You are someone I can do it with. Oh, yeah.
No. Okay.
Whatever you say, honey Butler. You know how it goes. You know how it goes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's the way we like
And
it.
we are back. Are we live?
We are live, indeed.
Ah, sweet. All right. Yeah. We haven't been back in a while. We missed the card,
I know it feels
but
like it. We miss Gustafson
but
just piecing people up and running away.
pretty much, man. Like you know what he did? A hit and run. That's what the fuck
Exactly. That
he just
fight
did.
was
That's what
literally a
he
hit and
did.
run. But in the end, it ended in a fatality, so he's good, I guess.
But the good thing is they got the license plate and we know who did it. So.
Guilty as charged. Guilty as charged.
Yeah, and then on a personal level, we thought we had a short notice fight for me. So we were busy. We were
He's
busy.
busy.
It fell
He's busy.
through. So yeah.
He tells me that all the time. Sorry, Matt. I can't hang out. I'm busy. Sorry, Matt. I can't post the
But I
podcast. I'm busy.
okay. I thought we had I got a call for a 10-day notice fight. Did I not?
You did indeed get a call for a 10-day notice fight.
Exactly.
But hey,
So
I'm not.
that
I'm not hating.
better not be.
No. You can't be hating. You can't be hating. No. Not in today's day and age. You get in trouble for that.
Oh, you get in trouble for everything. You can't even hit your child
I
out in
know,
public anymore.
right?
Dude, I got beat out in public. What are you talking about?
Uh,
Seriously, it's just like, oh, I'm hanging out in the grocery store trying to touch the bag. Like, can I get that? I put my hands on it. My hand gets smacked. He's like, no.
yep.
I did like that little cry. I'm like, she's like, shut up. Do you want to get hit, beat again? I was like, no.
I got that from my
But
grandfather, man. Just reaching across the table. That's it. Just reaching
yeah,
across the table at
yep,
dinner. That fork, that knife, man, that's metal.
yep.
That hurt. That
But
hurt.
nowadays, like, oh, that was assault on a child. That was
Very
assault on a
true.
minor. Like, what are you talking about?
Very
So
true.
what happens if you get whooping with a belt now?
Uh, then they give you the UFC
Assault
title.
with a deadly weapon.
Yeah. When you whip them with the belt, you get to keep your title and continue to do cocaine or hit people that are pregnant in your car.
Whatever, dude.
Whatever the
Whatever.
hell you
This
want to
has
do,
nothing to
apparently.
do with John Jones. How did this turn to John Jones? What are you talking about?
It's gonna get you whipped with the belt. That's
Oh
why
my God.
he's gonna get whipped the belt.
He has not had any child issues out in public at all.
No, that's true. That would be
That's
no.
true.
He would be out.
Well, technically, he did hit a pregnant woman,
That's
but
exactly what. See, you understand. Thank you. We're on the
no,
same
but that
page.
baby wasn't out of the womb yet, so it doesn't
That's
count.
probably worse, bro. Because there's no
It doesn't
separating the
count.
two.
It doesn't count. That's like a 2-for-1 special, bro.
All right. Whoever's watching the whoever listens to the podcast, y'all need to comment on this and explain to Ian why it's not good to hit a pregnant one with your vehicle. Okay.
The airbags deployed though.
Oh my gosh.
It's like running
Bro,
into a
there's no
pillow.
helping you. I'm sorry.
The baby's born. The baby's okay.
That's good that the baby's born. I appreciate that.
I don't appreciate it. I mean, it's not my kid, but you know.
All right. Let's get down to business.
All right.
We got the most fight finished or finished fight card, I think, in this whole year for any organization.
Yep.
You got 3 fights out of 12 that went the distance. 3.
Yeah.
And that's saying something. That is saying something.
Hell yeah.
And
The
Vitor
finishes
almost
are
finished
back.
Nate Marquardt like 15 times. Don't know why he didn't throw a damn punch, but we'll get to it. I love Vitor, but I gotta be patient, I gotta be patient. That's the way this works.
Yeah. Yep.
Damn it.
Yep.
All right, all
But I
right.
like Nate Marquardt though too, dude. He's a savvy vet.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. We start from the bottom, we head to the top. Okay? Start
Started
from
from
the
the bottom,
bottom,
never
headed
here,
to the top.
and we're all the way up. All
And we're
right.
all the way up. Exactly. But we're not all the way up yet. We got to move up.
Okay. But what the hell to start? What was it? Eric Silva versus Yancy Medeiros
I told you
was the
not to
first fight
sleep
on
on
the
this
card.
fight.
What are you
Told
talking
you.
about, dude? I love Yancy Medeiros. I like Eric Silva.
They're both beasts,
Dude,
man.
that was a sick fucking fight, man.
Kill
What a way
or
to kick off a card.
kill or be killed. That was what that fight was. Kill or be killed.
Dude, Yancy Medeiros has that Hawaiian heart. The only time I ever seen Yancy Medeiros taken out was against Dustin Poirier.
You know, way back in the day, I don't even know if you know who he is. You probably did. He was on the Ultimate. This is how long ago it was, bro. He was on the Ultimate Fighter Team USA versus Team London. This is predating UFC 200. Guy named, I think it's Dominic Johnson.
Demetrius Johnson.
No,
Not Demetrius, but I know who you're talking about.
I think
Really savvy, good wrestling.
I
Really
think it's
good wrestling.
Dominic Johnson. He literally almost broke his back with a body triangle. It was one of the only times in UFC history where a guy and he dominated that fight, man. Yancy Medeiros didn't have a prayer in that fight. I'm just saying that because I know that was the fight he was in. But man, on Saturday, he showed heart, he showed skill, and he showed a finishing instinct and put away Eric Silva. Put him away.
Dude, and some people think that fight got stopped early. It could have went like a little more further.
Now, your opinion. What do you think?
Let that shit go. Let it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
Because I mean I could blend this story with the last fight of the night, but we're moving up and we're gonna explain it and I'll
Oh
bring back the
my
ties
gosh.
to it.
We're
But
gonna
like
we'll talk about the connection
we'll get
later.
there.
Oh my
But yeah,
goodness. You
but
don't think that's a just stoppage.
let
Yeah,
it go.
we'll get
Let
there.
it go. You just let it go. Like Eric Silver is tough.
You threw one
You
punch.
referee should know their fighters, you know? Like
But this
he
is in
took some
Brazil.
shots on the ground.
This is in
He
Brazil.
took
Keep
some
that in mind.
which means they should have let it go longer.
You know, I think it's that way a lot of times, but what I'm saying is they don't have the same viewpoint when it comes to if a fighter's hurt or not. There's different perspectives depending on the country, you know? I mean,
Oh no, Ross though.
I've seen a dude in Japan where the freaking team threw in the towel and the ref's like, no, fight. You know, it just kept going. So
That's cool.
it just depends on where it is. Yeah, that was freaking crazy. Yeah, you know what happened in
Well,
that fight? A guy named Mizuto Hirota got his arm broken by Shinya Aoki. Okay, so that shit shouldn't be happening. The ref needs to do his job. Okay, better a fight
it's
stop too
true.
early than a fight
It's
stop too
true.
late, right?
But I think you just need to know your fighters. Like if you have a Chris Lieben in there, you let that shit go because you know he can
Shit,
wake back up and knock somebody out. You know, if you know a
shit.
guy that's gonna get knocked dead, like the Derek Lewis or Travis Brown situation, don't let him go until he's unconscious. But if you know he's
Oh
done, you know
yes.
he's done.
Oh yeah, yes. Yes, Travis Brown deserved every single punch that Derek threw. Okay?
Oh my god.
He deserved that shit.
Oh
Okay?
my god.
It's out there. It's public. It's disclosed. I don't care what Ronda Rousey says. I have no respect for a man who beats a
They're
woman.
getting married. They're getting married.
I know. You know why? Because finally someone's beating his ass and he likes it.
Because Ronda has no chin. You see what happened with Amanda Nunez?
What happened with Holly was worse.
Oh yeah.
Way worse.
Oh yeah.
But we
Anyways,
detract. We
anyways,
detract.
yeah.
Yes, he did a
But
great job, man. Technically striking, really getting inside of Eric Silva's wild attack. Although Eric was pretty
I
calculated
think
too,
that's what I was about to say. I think Eric was less wild though in this one. I
than he
think he was
normally
really
is, for
precise.
sure.
Yeah, and he was throwing like crisp body kicks. That's his best dimension to his game. Is
Yes,
his kicking
I agree.
attributes, because I thought he was kicking the crap out of Yancy Medeiros' leg. That I was like, Yancy, you need to start checking, or you're not going to be able to walk in the third round.
Yeah, and he almost couldn't
So
walk in the first, so
yeah. But dude, way to pull through it. Way to pull through.
for sure. And it's interesting, too, because they said Eric was coming out of Jackson Wink?
Silva?
He went out to New Mexico, right? Where'd he go to train? Or was it TriStar?
You know what? Eric Silva has been going all over the place because at one point, his last camp, he was at Kings.
That's a good thing to do as a fighter. You got to have your team. You got to be grounded. And I've seen the same corner every time, you know? But getting new experiences and training with different people who have different fighting styles is essential to growing as a mixed martial artist. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, it's the best in the world.
Exactly.
That's how you get new. That's how you get new tools in your tool belt.
Right. And you got Yancy Medeiros, who just likes to chill with the Diaz brothers. They all, do a little something before the fight, and then he throws down during.
That's why he was so calm in there.
I know. Oh, my goodness.
Okay, so the second fight, two people that I can't really say their names.
Oh, dude, this was even me. I'm like, oh shit, what am I going to tell Ian? Normally, I'm like, I'll say the names, but even you're right. Let's go with Paulo Borrachina and
That was close. That was good. That was
good. Okay, this is the bullshit one. Ulawale Bambose.
Ulawale.
Yeah.
Wale.
We'll just call him Walla Walla Bam Bam.
Not in this fight.
Oh man,
he got Bam Bam.
He was tough though.
He was tough, but I don't like what he
impressed.
did. I didn't like what he did and not conserving energy at
But
all. You're supposed to be a pro at a high level, bro.
Right. But how many fighters do that? I mean, I feel like for him,
Going for a finish.
Yeah, exactly. But he's in Brazil. He's going up against the guy. They're calling him the next Anderson Silva, which we'll discuss that in a minute. What you think of that comment? I find that interesting because I don't see a style similar to Anderson at all. I don't know where the hell they got that from.
I don't know.
It made no sense.
I think it was John Anik. I think it was John Anik probably or something.
Oh, God. Yeah, but Walla Walla Bam Bam, like he just wanted to smash. He just wanted to smash.
And end up getting smashed.
Julian Lane, bro, let me bang. Okay, that's what he wanted to do.
His heart.
And he tagged him. He tagged him a few times.
You know what? He could have won that fight if he would have conserved his energy a little bit. Like he was doing all these spinning attacks, and he wasn't even close to him.
Yeah,
it's
true.
And then at one point, like you completely empty out your gas tank in the first round, and he can barely walk back to his stool. He can barely stand. If you would have been a little more calculated and exploding here and there, because he's explosive.
Extremely.
Extremely explosive.
He reminds me of Logan St. Preux when he was in Strikeforce.
Like, he could have won that fight because he was tagging him. And the other guy was tired too.
Oh, he was exhausted.
He just had a little more in the tank than he did.
Yeah.
If he would have did that, dude, he would have won that fight, man. I was pulling for him. And then,
me too.
He was doing fucking double Sakuraba fist in the air.
That was hilarious. That was great. You gotta admit, it makes for good television. But yeah, Walla Walla Bam Bam. It's not the best. That you can't knock a guy out with that. Okay.
And how did he get finished? He threw a kick and slipped.
Yep. A hard kick. He threw a hard ass kick.
And slipped. And what did he do? He just came over there. Yep. He came over there and leaned over and punched him a couple times. Out.
Yeah. Done. Finito. Yeah, Walla Walla Bam Bam was getting the best of him, man. And you're right. I agree with you, Ian. As a professional athlete of any kind, let's say you're a professional anything. You're a professional chef. You can't burn the food. You can't you can't overcook chicken. I don't know what the mentality is where it's like, yeah, I'm just going to get it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you know where I'm going with the food thing, but
you're gonna
you try to heat up your chicken on high instead of cooking it evenly through. You're gonna burn the shit out of it.
Yeah,
and it's not gonna be cooked right. You're gonna be burnt, and it's not gonna be cooked. And that's exactly what Walla Walla Bam Bam did.
He needs to do some conditioning work for sure. Like, I don't even think it's maybe it's conditioning, maybe it's combined of just like you just need to be more in touch of your gas tank of when to explode here and there, Like it's a what Perlo always told me, who's the greatest boxing coach in the world? Like, you're supposed to get tired. It's okay to get tired.
Yep.
You're supposed to get tired.
Agreed.
Now, you're just like, can you have a better poker face than he does? And also, you just need to know when to go or not.
Yeah.
You need to know when to explode or not.
Right.
And that's what's going to conserve your gas tank is
Right.
being calculated and throwing those punches. If he was a little more calculated and explode here and there, I'm pretty sure he could have got him out. Not only win, but got him out of there.
I think it would have been definitive. Every time
Yeah,
he touched Paulo was falling all over the
he did
place.
not. He did not like getting hit by him.
He didn't like getting hit at all. I don't think. Based on that fight, it looks like and Walla Walla Bam Bam hits really hard. Okay, that's
Hell
clear.
yeah.
He hits really freaking hard. But I mean, Paulo, every single strike that landed, he was wobbly. You know, so that just says the kind of power. And you and I both know that force doesn't equal power necessarily. Precision equals power.
Hell
Hitting the
yeah.
right
And
spot.
speed.
Exactly. And he's fast, he's extremely athletic. Like I said, he reminds me of Ovin St. Preux in the Strikeforce days because Ovins would dominate guys in the first 3 or 4 minutes of a fight and then
I
grind out wins because he couldn't do anything except hold them down because he was too
yeah.
damn tired.
I don't understand how it's part of his coaching staff too. His coach should have had him control under that too. Like,
Right,
hey,
right.
let's go out there, let's do that. Put together a little more of a game plan than just going out there, just letting your guys think and just swinging and not hitting because you're not gonna last that long in the
Right,
UFC.
right. And even if you're going to throw those strikes, throw a jab or something first at least.
He
Damn.
didn't fucking throw a fucking jab at
You
all.
don't know what a jab is, bro. I don't think you know what a jab is.
That's just basics, kids, basics. I'm pretty sure his regional fights before he made it to the show, he was just knocking people out with that. And
Oh,
now you're
destroying
facing,
people.
yeah, and now you're facing higher competition, and they're just beating him on basics, and they just wait for him to get tired, and then it's like, all right, because all his fights in the UFC, guess what? He's been finished. It's why because he don't have any conditioning to defend himself anymore.
Yes, actually, one of the very first events you and I watched together. I don't know if you remember this. You and I watched it
Uriah
together.
Hall,
There you go. Yeah,
Uriah
we
Hall,
watched that fight, and we were worried. We were both rooting for Uriah in that fight, and
and he
Bambose was
came out
Walla Walla
swinging.
Bam Bamming him too, and
Yep,
he got
yep.
tired,
He
and
got tired.
Uriah
And what did Uriah
finished
do?
him,
You know what he
finished the
did?
shit out of
He
him.
not only did he finish him, but he did something he doesn't do. He took him down and finished him.
That's how you do
When
it.
it, what do you ever see Uriah do a takedown? Ever?
Yeah, exactly. Because he doesn't. But that's the thing, and I think for me, if I think about it, any fighter who is extremely exhausted, the best thing you can do is take him to the ground.
Oh, for sure.
There's so many
Absolutely.
options. They're
Don't
carrying
let
your
him
weight.
run. Don't let him run.
They can't just
Yeah.
throw a wild punch and be like exhausted doing it.
Yep.
You can cover the mouth, you can put your elbow on the throat, and you can go for subs too, and they're gonna get hit because they can't defend. They
Beat
can't
up their
respond
body.
fast enough.
Beat up their body from there.
Exactly, do
Like,
that
like
too.
it's because Uriah
So
did something simple. He was getting tagged and he was getting hit, and Uriah was just jabbing, doing some other stuff. So a lot of people just think Uriah just spins, but he actually has a lot of basic stuff. He blends the spins with his basics. That's what you're supposed to
right,
do.
right, and Walla
And
Walla
then
Bam Bam, no, did not do that.
doesn't
Not at
doesn't. And then
all.
when they took him down, you know what he did? He just hit him to the body, and then he hit him with a couple right hands inside the guard
And
and
Bam Bam
finished
was
him.
done. Yep,
Yeah.
he was done, done, done.
When's the
And
last time you seen somebody finish from the guard?
right, and Paulo's striking is nowhere, in my opinion. I didn't see striking the level of Uriah Hall. Not even close.
Well, he's the next Anderson Silva, so it's
Yeah,
supposed to
let's
be
talk.
about
Okay, let's talk about. Let's talk about who the hell said it and why did they say it? He didn't use Muay
that.
Thai. He didn't. He didn't use a lot of jabs. He doesn't have the body
He's
profile of Anderson Silva. What? They think he's just gonna run over the middleweight division. They think he's the Brazilian Chris Weidman. Like, what is that? What's up with that? I mean, Paulo, you got the
oh
finish.
man,
Great work. You got the
doesn't look
finish. But it
anything
wasn't the
close.
most impressive
Anything
fight
close.
in the world.
And he was a brute. He was trying to go forward, which Anderson's a counter striker.
Right.
Anderson has extremely good timing. He has extremely good movement that he can just slip punches and just look at all of his knockouts. It was just like against Forrest Griffin and
Oh
Stephen
my
Bonner.
god.
He's accurate, extremely accurate. Dude, he was missing fucking punches all over the place.
And he makes
And
people
another
miss.
thing, Yeah, exactly.
And
He
Bam
fucking was
Bam
getting hit with
never
almost shot
missed.
with every
Bam
shot.
Bam never missed. Oh,
Oh man.
so
Oh
good.
man.
So what do
Well,
you?
I'm the next Dominic Cruz. What they told me.
Oh
You know.
shit! Watch out, people. You freaking gonna curse yourself, bro. Dominic Cruz. Ain't nobody want to have
No,
that
Dominic
many
Cruz
injuries,
has
all right?
no, not at all.
Bad,
Not at
bad,
all.
bad, bad. Well, so you got Bambose. Who do you give him where he kind of learns his lesson when it comes to his gas tank? Do you think there's anybody that's really gonna show him the importance of that, or is it just a matter of
It's your
coaches training
coaching.
him?
It's your coaches training you. It's that. It's and then it's I don't know what the hell you're doing in sparring too. Are you getting pushed in sparring that you're getting gassed that long? Like maybe you're not sparring enough. Like maybe you might just think hitting pads and everything is good, but pads is good conditioning, but it's nothing like sparring. Sparring's a lot harder. You throw less punches, but there's a reason why I spar and pro allows me to spar 3 times. I mean, 3 days a week or maybe 2 days a week. It's
Right,
to push that conditioning that you're on it, so you can get used to it.
for
Like and
sure,
I
for
don't
sure.
I don't think he does. I don't think Ronda does either. It's it's crazy. Like I think it's his coaching staff, but he lives in New York. Just take a trip down to Mark Henry.
They will give him some cardio.
Oh
Those
yeah,
guys, man, at that, jeez. Any one of them, you got Chris, Frankie. My goodness,
Eddie Alvarez, Edson
Eddie Alvarez.
Barboza.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Edson trains out there. I mean, those guys don't gas.
you have, I mean, Weidman. He's in the middleweight division.
Yep, yep.
Like go down there and learn. Like, and if you don't, there's other. Keith Trimble, also the coach for Dennis Bermudez, and man, he's right. He's a wrestler. He fights, and I think in the 170 division. But he has excellent striking, man. He's an excellent kickboxer too. You have a lot of options, man. Take advantage of it. You live in one of the Meccas, which is New York. So yeah,
There you go. You heard it
there you
from the
go.
pro, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it from the pro. Training with the best in the world with some of the best cardio. I've never
Yeah,
seen you get tired, Ian. Nothing close to it.
thanks, man.
Nothing
Thanks, man.
close.
Appreciate it. And to be honest, like he's in the middleweight division. I just sparred the middleweight champion of the world, Bisping, 2 days
Oh,
ago.
shit.
We're just hitting them bags. He's getting back into it. And he's like, Ian, you want to drill? I'm like, yeah. You want to move around? I'm like, of course. You're a world champion. And Bisping taught me the best thing. Like he goes, I sat down with Bisping. I'm like, Bisping, how do you just have cardio like that? Even though I have really good cardio too. But
He's another fighter.
he
Yeah,
put
he's never gotten
exactly,
tired.
exactly,
Ever.
exactly, ever. And he goes like, I just push the pace on everything. When you hit the bag with purpose. Just don't tap, tap, tap. Actually hit it like you're in a fight. Hit it like you're gonna hit your opponent. Do that. If you're gonna do conditioning, do conditioning. Push the pace. If you're gonna do your runs, start adding in sprints. If you're sparring, push the pace. It's okay to get tired, but you're tired. You want to reach a
Get
new
tired
tired.
out of the
You want to reach a
cage.
new tired.
Get
Yeah, you want
tired
to
out
reach
of
a
the
new tired.
cage. Your
Yeah,
body's going to get used to it. Even if you get to the point where you're gassed, if you're used to being gassed, your body's going to be able to push a little bit more. And that little bit
yeah,
more is what would have made the difference, and Walla Walla Bam Bam would have won the fight.
yep, yep,
You know?
yep.
So I ask you this, Paulo, I think after the fight, he wanted a top 10 guy. Wasn't that
He
what he was
doesn't
saying?
deserve it.
Exactly. I agree with you, but I mean, where in the middleweight division do you put him? We talked earlier, when we're talking about Robert Whitaker and Jacare. The middleweight division is so stacked. So who the hell should he fight?
Is he even ranked right now?
Who, Apollo?
Yeah,
No, he beat some guy named frickin' Gareth Edwards, something like that. Gareth.
and that was his Garrett Era was his
Gareth
first UFC fight.
McLellan.
Was that his first UFC fight?
Yes, he won by
Yeah.
TKO, and that
So
guy McLellan
you
is
don't
coming off
even
losing his last 4 or 5.
yeah. So you don't even deserve a top 15. So just keep what you need to do is get 2 or 3 more wins, and then we can talk about top 15 and then top 10.
Exactly. Agreed, Ian. I agree. That whole fight had so much weird conversation around it because they were talking about it, and I'm like, damn, I haven't seen this kid fight. I'm excited. And then I
Never,
saw
I know.
that, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, it was a slugfest. It was a fun fight to watch.
It was
But
cool. Yeah, it
if you're
was
gonna
cool. It was cool.
gas completely, both you guys, listen. If you're gonna gas completely in a fight, then you better throw down like those two heavyweights did last week with Chase Sherman and oh god,
Oh
what
yeah,
the guy's name? That is how
newcomer.
you fight gassed.
Well, I think they're both gonna. If they're both like that and their gas takes are like that, they're gonna have an extremely hard time in this 185 UFC division because everybody top 10 and up do not mess around. Like they're high level. They are in touch with their gas tanks. They never finish you. So they have a lot of work to do. Both of them.
Yeah, agreed. If they're gonna compete at the elite level of this division, I agree.
Yeah.
So, and moving up, we're going to talk about the Legends division. This is
Speaking
Vitor
of 85, this is
Vitor's
another
words.
85 division.
The Legend division. Now, I'm going to wait. Legend. I think he's talking about guys who are too old to win a title but want to keep fighting without getting their face smashed in by the younger talent. But Vitor calls it the Legend division.
50 on up. 45, I think 45 age and up.
Now, let me ask, what do you think of that? Having a Legends division, having a Legends championship where you've got nothing but the journeymen who haven't yet, called it quits on their career, but are still working at it.
I I don't like it, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't know why the
I
hell he
don't
called it a
like it.
Legends
I
division.
don't
That was
like it.
weird.
Like it's you can call it the retirement home division.
Yeah.
Like that's a better name. Like you're gonna end up having fights like
Oh my
Kimbo,
gosh.
like Kimura and Ken Shamrock.
Oh
That's those are the
god.
fights you're gonna get to. Those are the fights you're gonna get to, and
Infamous. Infamously bad.
like
Infamously
you
bad.
you hang them up. Start doing grappling competitions. Start doing other stuff. But you're getting older. Your reaction time is good. Don't get me wrong. They're both technical and throwing some stuff.
They can
They have
still win
they have
fights.
experience. They have
They can
experience.
still win fights in the UFC.
Yeah.
Let's not go crazy and say that they aren't, the upper elite. I would say they both have a
Okay, but
top 15
you're also
deserving
talking about a
spot.
guy that he every single fight he won by a finish, and he just got his first decision. It's not because of the opponent. It's because he's getting older.
That too, I agree. But he didn't push it. That was weird to me that he hurt Nate, like I said, probably 15 times during that fight. And he didn't push the finish, which is
Well,
Vitor's calling card.
I think he was getting where he's also on a 4-fight losing streak too.
Exactly. I agree with you. I think he fought safe. He was
Yeah,
explosive, but he didn't want to be too explosive because what has happened to him? He's
getting
gotten
caught.
countered. He's gotten
Yeah.
countered and he's gotten floored. You know? And it's happened a lot. Now,
Oh yeah.
at the end of the fight, if I'm not wrong, Vitor said he has 5 more fights on his card. I thought he was going to retire.
No, I wish he would. Well, I think he's trained up in TriStar now, and he's just like, oh yeah, like it gave me like they just added to my career. I think like a year or two, and I am not with that at all.
With Vitor,
Yes, he
you
needs to
think it's going to
retire
be a
early.
Chuck Liddell situation on our hands?
Yep, yep,
Somebody
yep, yep,
young and up
yep.
and coming is going to smash him into the ground, and then somebody else is going to do it. And I mean, it already kind of has happened. He
I
lost
mean,
to Kelvin, which got overturned because of marijuana, but it doesn't change the fact that he got his ass
he got lucky.
flattened.
He got
Flattened.
lucky.
Yeah, exactly. That would be on the record as a
Yep.
loss, a major KO loss. Brutal. Then you got Jacare, again, a major KO loss. Brutal.
But the thing about it though, too, just because it got overturned on paper, doesn't mean you're still living real life with those long effects of your brain coming unconscious.
Right, right. And it's happening more and more. And like you said, he doesn't. I mean, he didn't push the finish in this fight, and maybe it was because he's coming back, but maybe also it's his age. Maybe he doesn't have
Yeah,
the
there's
speed.
something that I don't want
He
to
didn't
see this
throw
stuff
any
anymore.
spinning head kicks. Did you know no
No,
spinning hook kicks? That really
well,
surprised me. He threw a lot of head
okay.
kicks and body
He
kicks,
never. Well, the funny thing about it is when he was on TRT, that's when he started throwing his spinning wheel kicks,
and he
and
never did it before
that's
that.
how. That's how. Nope,
Yep.
nope. And but that's how he knocked out Rocco. That's how he knocked out Bisping and destroyed his eye too. Like it's. But all of a sudden he's off of it and he doesn't do that anymore. So he was a different person while he was on it. So.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
like I think they both need to probably hang up him and Nate.
The thing was, I mean, it wasn't a boring fight to watch per se. It was
It
just
wasn't
a very like interesting pace
slow,
for both of those guys. Yeah, exactly.
slow, technical.
And
Like
Nate did some pretty good work in the second round. I would say
he
he did
did,
some decent
he
work,
did. But
but
you're
Vitor
also
won
talking
that
about
fight
two guys that when Vitor Belfort was starting out, he had the fastest hand in the middleweight division.
in the world.
Like yeah, and everybody thought he was gonna get Anderson Silva's problems, and truth, he beat the mess out of Sexy Yama and just he was a killer, man. And then Nate Marquardt knocking out Damian Maia with one punch. Damian never gets finished in the UFC. Um, Nate was a big talent challenger to Anderson Silva.
He was
You
the
know
other
they
man thought to dethrone him.
Yeah,
He was the other
and
man thought to
they
dethrone him.
they went to that to like now, which is like extremely just looking at your face, extremely technical. Like, man, a hell of a knockout was Nate Marquardt against Tyron Woodley for the Strikeforce title. Like that Nate isn't that Nate anymore.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I agree with you. You know, and I mean it goes to show because they both weren't. I think Vitor was ranked during the fight, but Nate wasn't. And you know, I don't know. It gets to a point where, you are a fighter or you aren't, and the guys who are fighters want to continue fighting even past that point where, it makes more sense to hang it up. Even if they can win
Right.
fights, it makes more sense to hang it up now because you're established, your family is taken care of, you've built a legacy, that you can be proud of that will put you in the UFC Hall of Fame, and you can get out with having any serious injury. And the more you get in there with younger guys, you get clipped with one shot. It could change your life. And the older you get, the easier it is to happen.
Absolutely.
So, but props to Vitor for continuing to fight. And I was shocked at the end of the fight because I thought he was going to retire. He's in Brazil, but he straight up said, "I've got 5 more fights on my
That
contract.
was
I
the
ain't going
man.
anywhere."
Yeah, that was the perfect time to do it though too.
Exactly,
That
exactly.
was a
He could have
real
retired
perfect time to
in
do it.
Brazil.
Exactly. In your hometown.
Hmm.
And he didn't put the trigger on that. And I'm sad to say, like, I really don't want to see him fight anymore.
Who do you think they give him next?
I hope nobody. Like
He's got
it's gonna
fights
have
on
to
the
be
contract.
somebody. It's gonna have to. Who else is older? Who else is at Nate Marquardt's age or their age at the 185 division? There's not a whole lot.
They could do Anderson Silva in a rematch.
Yeah, Anderson can still move a little bit.
That would be an interesting fight. I would
You
I
can give
would
him
like to see that
Daniel. You
again.
can give him. You can give him Daniel Kelly.
Daniel Kelly's a lightweight, isn't he?
No, he's at 85.
Oh, I'm thinking of Dan Hooker, my bad. Yeah, he's fighting on the card this weekend actually in
Exactly.
Australia.
But he's up there in age too, though.
He is, he is.
But
And
he got a late. But
Vitor,
he got a late start though, so
right.
I don't think he's as punch drunk as
Yeah, I
as
agree.
Vitor is.
And you know what's interesting about it is even Vitor knows it because he wants a Legends division. He doesn't want to fight a guy like Robert Whitaker at this point in his career. He didn't say that, and I'm sure if he got offered a fight, even like if they called him tomorrow, like, "Hey, you want to fight Tyron Woodley for the title?" He'd probably try to cut to 170 because he's a competitor. He'll fight.
Probably.
He's game, but it's not the
Yeah,
best
but
idea. And even he knows it because he described the fight as being a Legends division fight. For guys who want to keep fighting but can't keep up with the new, younger, stronger talent.
then retire.
Right. Right.
Then retire because guess what? The UFC is not invested in the old people that can't do shit.
Yes. This is true.
The
They
UFC
want
is really invested in,
contenders.
yeah. And honestly, I lost a little respect for him because he called out CM Punk.
When did Vitor do that?
His last fight, um, after
Damn, man, that's a joke.
after, yeah,
That's a joke.
after Kelvin Gastelum beat him up, he's like, I want CM Punk,
That is the worst person to call out.
which is saying something about his career, and
Right.
where he's going.
Right. Right.
Why him, Vitor? Like, you have all the experience in the world. It's an easy fight for you. That's what you're looking for. Like, that's not what you're all about. That's not what the UFC's all about.
I agree. I agree.
If you want to do that, go to fucking Gladiators Challenge.
Yeah, that's true. Go to a small organization in Brazil. I mean, money wise, I don't think it's a situation where he's fighting to scrap. He doesn't need to scrap for cash. You know what I mean?
Go to Bellator then.
So, and I mean that's a possibility too because you know what an interesting matchup is in Bellator. Either Vanderlei Silva,
Vanderlei or Chael.
Vanderlei absolutely, or Chael Sonnen.
Yep.
Both fun, interesting matchups. But honestly, if he's gonna stay fighting, I think the logical matchup right now, Anderson Silva's ranked number 7. Okay, Brunson's number 8. Branch is number 9. I don't really want to see him fight David Branch. I don't want to see him fight Jotko. I think a fight with Uriah would be interesting. Uriah's on the list, right past him, on
Too young.
13 exactly. But you know, if you want to stay in the UFC, they're not going to give him easy fights. He's Vitor Belfort. Look at the people he's had to fight. You know, he fought Gagard, he lost. He fought Jacare, he lost. He fought Chris Weidman, he lost. He fought Kelvin Gastelum. Kelvin ain't on this list because he's a bad boy, but he lost. You know what I mean? Like, it's a thing where if you're gonna, and we've seen it time and time again, there are no easy fights in the UFC.
Mm-mm.
There are no easy fights in the UFC unless you're fighting a guy like you said who's in a similar age and point in their career. And the UFC doesn't make matches like that often, you know. But I want to. If he stays fighting, I would love to see him fight Anderson
I think
again.
UFC gave him a gift because I thought he was gonna retire.
Right. So what happens now is the question. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Vitor.
UFC's
And
gonna
maybe he'll
probably try to
surprise
shoo him out
us.
of there.
Maybe he'll start
I think
spinning
that
head kick people again. Who knows?
I don't know. I think UFC wants to get him out, so give him the murderer's row. Give him. It's the same thing with fucking Chris Weidman, and he's younger, and he's having problems. This is a former world champion. They both are,
Right. Right.
but
But
don't
I
get me
don't think he's
wrong.
done fighting.
I think he is, man, because Chris Weidman's struggling, right?
Right.
He lost 3 fights in a row. He's
Right.
a lot more younger than Vitor. And don't get me wrong, Chris smashed Vitor. And Chris Weidman's struggling right now. There ain't nobody easy in the middleweight division to give to Chris Weidman. And they
Right.
said that he just needs a win.
Right.
Now take that. Now go to a person that's Vitor Belfort, who's 10 years older than you,
Right.
and reflex are a lot slower than you. Who the fuck do you give him?
It's true.
Call it done. Because I don't want to see people smashed and like Gaslam did it. That was an easy fight for Gaslam.
Surprisingly, I didn't. I mean, I expect Gaslam to do well because we were talking about with Tim Kennedy, he just destroyed him, and obviously Vitor Belfort is not Tim Kennedy, but
Nope.
that was an easy fight. It was an easy
Yeah.
fight, so it says a lot. And like you said,
You don't get that a lot.
if he's calling out CM Punk, if he's talking about creating a division specifically for guys who are over 35, there's something to be said about it. Something to be said. But mad respect to Vitor. I love him. I'll always be a fan of Vitor. You know, but take a look. I'm looking at the top rankings of middleweight. This is interesting. So no division in the UFC or in MMA today is transitioning the way the UFC middleweight division is right now. Okay, listen to the names and think about who is where and how many up and comers there aren't in the middleweight division, but they're coming, right? So you got Bisping as the champ. He's a veteran,
Mm-hmm.
but he's getting better and better and better. You got Yoel Romero, but he's also older as well. You know,
But same thing with him.
super
He's still
explosive.
getting better. He's still getting better and better.
Right.
Your Romero, it's not slowing down. He's actually getting up speed.
No, not at all. Not at all. But this is kind of like this is where the division's going because Yoel Romero is new talent in the UFC. He
Hey,
hasn't been in the UFC forever.
technically,
You
his
know,
age is close to Vitor. It's like, do you give him your Romero?
the fight age is different, completely different.
Exactly, though.
That's the
Exactly, though.
difference, right? Then you got Luke
Exactly, though.
Rockhold at number 2. He's still young talent. Robert Whitaker
Yeah.
is obviously very young talent. Gegard Mousasi hasn't taken a lot of damage in his career, so he's young talent. He's also young. Jacare is older, but guess what? He just got finished by Robert Whitaker, so he's going down the list. Chris Weidman's older. Anderson Silva's older. Brunson is up and coming, but lost to Anderson. David Branch is
Pressing up.
older. Jotko's
Yeah.
younger, but he lost to Branch. So you have this interesting dynamic of the younger generation in the middleweight division really beginning to climb their way to the top slowly. That division is retiring little by little.
Yeah, they're
You know,
taking and they're killing each other off because they have no choice. Everybody on that list fought each other. Gegard destroyed Vitor. That wasn't even a fight either. Honestly, like when the bell started, it was like he sprinted, he did his blitz, and Gegard ripped the figure like and then
yeah,
he finished him.
right, right. Well, we just have to see what happens. Who knows?
I'm
Is it?
I'm not I'm not I do not envy anybody that's in the middleweight right now. And speaking of that, like Bisbee, like how the fuck do you feel when you're the champ? You have a lot of piranhas and sharks chopping at your bits right now.
Yoel Romero is coming. He's a
Not
dangerous.
well, or Robert Whitaker, because that fight's happening now for the interim title.
Right, exactly. One of them is coming, and they're both beasts. I love Robert and I love Yoel, but I see Yoel getting past Robert.
I see it too.
He's just too explosive. That guy
Wait,
is insanely strong. His
he's
wrestling
scary.
is insanely good, and he doesn't waste energy. He may be explosive, but he does not just throw to the wind. He is so calculated. He's like Anderson Silva, only he explodes when he punches. He's not
Oh my
technical.
god. So those the guys that fought before, right? Those two young guys in the 80 85 division that fought on the card.
Yeah.
You can give them the Vitor.
Yeah, give Borashina to Vitor. That's a good
Yeah,
idea. You know what he wants to step up. Vitor is now somewhat of a gatekeeper in the middleweight division. You got to be able to
he is a
beat him to
gatekeeper.
move into the top 10
Yep,
because he's at number 11 and he just showed, he's slowing down. If Borashino can't get past him, then he needs to find new coaches. He needs to develop majorly if he's going to compete and become what, they predict him to possibly become someday.
exactly. That's matchmaking right there. Done.
Boom! Ian Butler applying to the position. Watch out. All right, all right. Let's move on. We still got to get to a couple of really big fights. Claudia Gadelia, Karolina
Yeah,
Kovacevic.
this ended quick,
Simple, simple.
quick. Now Claudia Delia, what I loved about her is I think she forever will be the number two contender in this division. But dude, she changed up a lot of things in camp. First of all, she moved to Jackson's. And this girl's like a two-time, three-time world jiu-jitsu black belt champion. She's explosive. But we've seen in the JJ fights what happens. She gets tired,
Right.
right? So this is what everybody should take a lesson on doing. She's like, I need to get conditioning. She hired a conditioning coach. But what she do before hiring a conditioning coach, she had tryouts to see which conditioning coach will fit for her and see if she likes it. And actually sat down and see if it goes with the game plan, with cutting weight and everything. And that's how she got a strength conditioning coach. And look what happened. She just got her first finish in the UFC.
Quickly.
Quick.
Quickly against somebody that, guess what? The champ couldn't put away.
That is true.
The champ couldn't put her away. And she was piecing her up in that fight. Carolina even knocked her down. And Carolina landed a couple of good shots against Claudia, but for the most part, I think you're right. She's the repeated undisputed number 2 woman in the strawweights division. And there's gaps. There's huge
If,
gaps in that division.
yeah.
You know,
If JJ wasn't there, Claudia would be the champion for sure.
absolutely, absolutely, no doubt in my mind.
No doubt about it.
Because she
You
is
know,
just, oh gosh, she's a beast. No other way
dude,
to describe it.
I felt bad for Carolina. Like my heart was breaking a little bit for her.
Right, right,
Like just
and
to see like she was just on the ground crying and everything, but Claudia picked her up. Like, look, it's not the end of the world. Like you're gonna get back, you
right,
know. So
and she's a very emotional, fighter. She's an emotional person. She just enjoys the moment, but she's still, at the end of the day, she's still a competitor, and she's still a contender. She's still
yeah,
legitimate. So for her, I think she felt that distance during the fight, and that sucks for her because she's like, I want to be the best, but God, I'm not the best right now. This woman is better than me. I think that was
yeah.
kind of the thought in her mind. And she was gritty, and it was interesting because I think, oh, who was it? Was Brian the one commentating on that card? Was it Dominic? Was it Daniel Cormier?
Brian, Stan, and Dominic and John Eric.
Right. So I think Brian Stan actually said Carolina wouldn't normally get caught in that kind of choke, uh, but made a silly mistake. I don't think that was true. I think
That
Claudia
was no fucking
has
mistake.
insane jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
Carolina did
yeah.
not know
What
how
is she
to deal with
talking
that
about?
jiu-jitsu,
And
and
she put him in
she
a body
finished.
triangle. Like
Beautiful.
she had nowhere to go.
Beautiful technique.
Like what are you
Patience.
talking about? She's a world class. As soon as it went under the chin, I heard you can hear Dominic Cruz is like, "This is over."
I
Before
remember
it was
that.
even
Yeah.
really sucked in,
Right.
like they know Dom knows what he's talking about. Like everybody knows what Claudia is no joke. She is not a slouch on the ground. You don't get world championships for nothing,
Right.
you know.
Right. And Carolina's
So
not a
yeah,
grappler at all. She's a
no,
Muay Thai
no,
practitioner.
no,
So
no. So I say give Carolina Rose. Not Carolina.
give
Give
Claudia
Gadella
Rose.
Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That fight should determine the number one contender.
for sure. Because if Claudia is doing this and walking through, she wants another shot. Give her Rose. Let's see if Rose can get through
Right.
Gadelia, which I don't think she can, to be honest.
And if she can, then she has a
Then she
chance.
deserves a shot.
She
Yeah,
deserves
then
a
she
shot at
deserves
JJ. Mm-hmm.
exactly because JJ couldn't put away Gadella, but she won definitively the last
Twice.
fight. You know, it
Yeah.
was yes, but you're talking about somebody that just finished Carolina, and Carolina beat Rose. You know,
Right.
and was taking her to the ground and doing stuff like if that happens with Gadella, like I think it's gonna be over.
Right. Right. I
And
get.
then Carolina, like I don't know, give her Color Esparza or something.
Right. Right. That division's in a very interesting kind of. It's stuck right now.
Yeah,
It's very, very similar to the middleweight division of old when Anderson was the reigning champ.
it's just
Everybody
you're
was
gonna
kind
feed
of in
somebody
in
to
this
the
in
champion.
this gritty place together.
Yeah,
Vitor was obviously number 2 after Anderson. He was thought to be the one to dethrone him. He obviously did not come close. And you have a bunch of guys who all are great, talented fighters who just are kind of in this round robin with each other because they can't get to that next level.
yeah, gotta make money somehow, so you gotta
So,
fight. You know.
exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
yeah. I'm surprised Carla Esparza. We haven't heard about her entire contention after JJ could have possibly ruined that girl's career.
She took a lot out of her as a person.
And
She took time off of her life in that fight.
and Jessica Penne.
And she did the same to her.
Yeah.
It's
And
whew,
they haven't been normal since they haven't won a fight since.
you can be broken mentally, man, if you hit that elite level and you're not ready for it or you're just not capable, then it can mess with your head, you know. Absolutely. But
Okay.
Claudia Rose, I like that fight too. Either way, I want to see Rose fight Claudia or JJ. That's it. That's all they've had
Yeah.
for her. She doesn't have to fight anybody else to prove that she's the one that needs to be up there, either as the number one contender or title challenger, whatever you want to make it. Make it happen, UFC. Make it
Right.
happen.
Right.
And with that being said,
Speaking of broken minds,
we have a new, undisputed, definitive, technical, respectful, and young, talented, healthy champion in Max Blessed Holloway.
I love it, man.
What a fight for Max.
I love
What a
it. I
fight in
love it.
general, but what a way for
But
Max to persevere.
hey, he was in trouble for rounds 1 and 2.
Bad.
In big trouble.
Bad. You got
Big
rocked
trouble.
hardcore.
I thought he was in trouble. Yeah, he wasn't moving
he
the way he
was.
was supposed to. He wasn't. Oh man, I thought it was on the verge of like if Otto gets one more round, like if he takes round 3, I was like, this is gonna be over.
Right. Max turned that one around in a hurry, didn't he?
Yep. Yes, he did.
Real quick.
Now you got a new champion.
It's amazing. It's amazing to watch. And honestly, for me, and I know people are going to disagree. You might disagree with me on this. To me, Max's win is more impressive than Conor's. Why? Because Conor McGregor hit Jose with a perfectly timed punch. Okay? In boxing or in MMA, it's called a Hail Mary, and anybody can land one at any point in time. You hit the perfect spot at the perfect time, especially early in a fight, you can knock a guy out. It's extremely definitive, yet at the same time, it's kind of, contested as to, did he just land a lucky shot? Was it just coincidence that he walked into that punch? Can he win a fight with him? Because when Conor fought him, it wasn't a fight. It was a one-punch knockout. That was it. That was the only strike thrown. 2 punches, 1-punch knockout. And you look at prime example. Everyone knows Junior Dos Santos. And it's like, oh shit, Kane can't beat him for anything, and he gets another shot, and look at what happens. And that's why I wanted to see Jose fight Conor again so badly. That second fight needed to happen, and Max just derailed that one. He just derailed that one.
Yeah, because there was no lucky shot in this.
Exactly.
Like he was literally doing ground and pound on Otto for 2 minutes. For like half the round after he hurt him.
Yes.
Aldo has heart, man.
Hella heart.
Kept moving. Yeah, he tried to keep moving.
He didn't give up.
He tried to he tried to even give him his arm and like take the arm bar.
You don't want
no, never do that in that position. Why? Because he can try to roll out and try to end up on top. He did the right thing. Max did the right thing, man. And yeah, man, he finally started getting his swagger, start talking shit here and there, and I think that's what start getting to Otto's head and mind. You know what I figure out about?
He slapped him in the 3rd round in the face during the fight. I don't know what we call it. It's not a Stockton slap because he's straight out of Hawaii.
Holloway slap, the Waianae slap.
Yeah, the Waianae slap. I like that. That's good. I was gonna call it the tsunami slap, but
I think I don't know if you can say if Otto has a weak mind because he's been champion for a very long time, but I think the thing is everybody that faced Otto was like the Anderson Silva effect, was like scared of him. Like they're going in knowing that they're gonna probably lose.
Even Chad, you think? And Frankie?
The second time with Chad, no. The first time, Chad was like a kid.
Yep. Yeah, that was a juggernaut fight. That was David versus Goliath.
Yeah. Goliath won. Frankie, no, because Frankie was like a grown man and he won a title before.
Right.
Frankie's a different breed, And
he should be the next in line.
Which I think he's going to give Max. You might have a new champion with that.
Man, we'll have to see what happens. But
I,
man, is
I,
this a
I,
fun
I
division right now?
Frankie is not slowing down at all.
Neither is
He just
Max
took
though.
he just took out one of the top prospects like that nobody thought was like gonna probably lose, and he stopped them. Like it was crazy. But Max, the
Dethrone the
thing about
king.
Max is exactly, but the
Throne the
thing I'm
king.
concerned about though is that Max takes too many shots.
He did in that fight. But the thing is, his chin is so damn good.
Yeah, he's tough, man. He's tough now, and Frankie. The good thing about Frankie is Frankie doesn't throw hard shots. He's more of a volume puncher.
Right.
But I'm just concerned about his fucking wrestling, though.
Right, of course. That's always the question with anybody who fights Frankie. And
Right.
Max has never fought a guy with the wrestling credentials of Frankie Edgar. Nope.
No, I mean he faced some good wrestlers, but I think he just picked them apart on the feet and just moved them. But Frankie's a different kind of
He's a
toughness than that.
different
That's a
breed. Right.
that's a different. That's a champion versus champion,
But
pretty
Max
much.
finds a way. That's why he won the title on Saturday. He finds a way.
Dude, 1-2 step back, 1-2, simple, and caught him.
Exactly.
Like it's. Oh man, I'm happy for Max, man. Like the guy's on like 11 fight win streak, and how do you not? I'm surprised he's in a weird situation right now because usually when you become champ, you beat like one or two contenders, maybe three, you get your title shot, and then you start facing contenders. But he wiped out the division,
Before he
getting to
got
the
the
title.
title. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. There's one guy for him to fight. One guy.
Frankie,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
he already beat the shit out of Cub. Um, I even say if Korean Superboy gets a win, I think he might get even bumped up
But
before
Duho Choi
Cub
right
probably.
now, they're sitting him at number 13. How the hell that happened, I don't know. They put Cub at number 4, and they demoted Duho Choi to 13 because of that fight.
Uh, I think it's because of that inactiveness though, because also Cub just fought again.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point. But they put Moicano above Duho Choi. Hanato
Who?
Moicano. You remember Tag and Dash?
Okay. That's
They put Darren
ridiculous though.
Elkins ahead of Duho Choi. They put Dennis Bermudez ahead of Duho Choi. Dennis
I like
Bermudez just got
Dennis.
the shit beat out of him by Chen Sung Jung.
True,
I don't understand how they come up
true.
with these rankings sometimes.
But you know who's coming though? Brian Knight,
Jason Knight.
Jason Knight.
That fight is a potential fight in the future.
Give him Duo or Choi. Give him Duo or Choi. I would like to see what Jason Knight would do against Cub, to be honest. And he's coming to Anaheim because the Korean Zombie just pulled out of an injury, and Jason Knight's taking a spot to fight Ricardo Lamas.
See, now Ricardo is way up there on the list because he's a very, very talented fighter. But what did Max Holloway do to Ricardo Lamas? Oh my goodness.
He fucked him up, dude.
Decimation. He
It wasn't
literally
even close. It
stood
wasn't even
in the
close.
middle of the cage, put his hands down, let that man punch him in the face, and proceeded to counter him and almost knock him out. And
Yep.
he didn't need to do it. He didn't need to do it to win the
He
fight.
was way, way ahead on the
Way ahead.
cards.
He was blowing past him, and the funny thing was, he didn't care. He didn't even use head movement at first. He's just
He
like, you
just
punch
walked
me,
him.
I'll punch you. I'm going to show you just how tough I am. I'm going to show you why I'm going to win the title. And guess what? Max did it. You know? And even though he took a lot of shots, he hasn't in his career. So he's still really
Yeah.
young in fight age.
Yeah.
So, but Frankie's coming. I don't think anybody's going to dispute that. I mean, there's a possibility the UFC is going to give Jose Aldo a rematch, you know, because he's
Really.
Jose. But let's clarify something. He didn't get a rematch with Conor McGregor, so I
And
don't
he
think
took
he'll
a
get it.
beating and he took a beating in this fight.
Well, yes, he did take a beating, but he definitively won rounds 1 and 2. You know?
Yeah, but what happened at the end though? That was not good, dude. He pretty much beat him for half a round.
Oh, he beat him senseless. I have no idea how anybody could say that was an early stoppage. That was brutal. They could have stopped that
That
fight
was
30
way too
seconds.
late.
30
That
seconds
was
before that.
way,
The second
way
time
too
he
late.
went down, Aldo went out twice. And then the
Yeah,
fight continued, and then he rolled
and
over,
woke him
and
back
then he
up.
got
Yeah,
hit again, and then he rolled back over, and he got hit again. Like, that was just, man, you're right. He got beat up for 2 minutes.
I mean, if I was the champion, I probably would have let it. I probably would have been happy with that, you know. But I think Big John McCarthy was like, you have no excuses at all, saying like it was early, it was that, it was that.
That
Stop
was,
all that
no.
stuff
But
right
the funny
there.
thing is, Jose never gave up, man. I mean, that
No,
most men would have stayed on the floor, but Jose got up and was still angry about it. And
and
you
you
know
know
what I
what?
think?
They stopped it at the right time, though.
Yeah, they gave him chance after chance after
Oh
chance
yeah,
after chance after chance. And at the end of the day, Jose was in Brazil, so I think for him it was a huge. Even when he fought Conor, it wasn't in Brazil, right? So he didn't
right.
have that level of intensity to him like he does when he fights in front of his hometown. And that was what hurt Jose the most. And he says, I don't care if this guy kills me. I'm going to keep fighting. And why did you stop the fight?
True,
Unless he was
true.
literally unconscious, he was going to contest the stoppage no matter what happened to him. Period. That's just my opinion, but I can't see it going any other way. But congratulations to Max Holloway, man. He deserves
Hell
it.
yeah.
He's worked his ass
He
off,
had an awesome homecoming when he went back to Hawaii.
and he shows nothing but
Uh,
respect. Nothing
yeah,
but
man.
respect,
I
man.
I
Great
like the
champ.
kid. Oh man, dude, I'm so happy for him. Like I remember his career when he first started. He got submitted by Dustin Poirier, and he kind of went on a run from that.
And he lost to Connor.
Yep, and he lost to Dennis
And
Bermudez.
he took Connor the distance.
Yeah,
I'd want to see that rematch. That would be a
me too.
completely different fight.
Oh yeah.
Completely. That I would love to see. Make it happen, UFC. Make it happen.
Hope so. You got a lot of matchups you guys got to do
Oh, God.
coming
He's
up.
way too behind. And one of those matchups is coming up next tomorrow night. Derek Lewis, Mark Hunt. Boy, am I excited to see these boys throw down.
Dude, I really like Derek Lewis.
Yes, please.
And if you guys like entertainment, just follow him on Instagram. It is
Dude, he
hilarious.
is the best.
Yes. But I don't know, man. What's I don't know. Mark Hunt might have a little bit too more experience, but Derek Lewis is also game, so being game in the fight world is a dangerous combination. So
Yes, sir.
we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Oh, did you see the weigh-ins by any chance?
No, I didn't see the weigh-ins.
Derek Lewis used the towel, and he didn't have to, and he put his hands on the towel, kind of like making a joke.
Oh, no,
Or
he
DC.
didn't.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll have
damn.
to send you the video. It was great.
That's that. Yeah, that's. You know what's great about Derek
That's
Lewis? He's
funny.
not afraid to speak his mind.
I love it.
After he beat Travis Brown, he literally told, was it Joe? I don't remember who interviewed him. It might have been Brian Stam, but he
Where's
literally
Ron?
said,
Where's
"I'm
Rhonda fine
glad they
ass
let the,
at?
I'm glad they let the fight go. I'm glad they let the fight go because that man deserved to be punched in the face, and I got to do it." I mean, how many fighters are gonna say that? He's not afraid to say anything. One fight after Roy Nelson, he's like, "Man, I just ate too much chicken before the fight. That's how I weight cut. I eat chicken, and I almost lost
Fried
because of it.
chicken.
I gotta eat less chicken." He said this. And these are the things fighters will never admit to. But Derek Lewis
Dude,
just doesn't care.
he
Derek Lewis,
said,
he's the
he
same
said,
man
I
everywhere.
mean, we definitely had different nutrition values because he's just like, I'm like, it's fight week in Vegas. What are you eating? To get down on weight. He goes like, oh, I just had two double doubles. Um, uh, I had fries, but
You could probably
and I
cut
had
to
a diet
205, man, if you cut out all
and
that stuff.
and and I had a diet coke. But I knew I was fighting this Friday, right? So I didn't get the animal fries.
He still made weight.
You still
He
make weight?
still made weight. And I bet you're jealous, Ian. Like, I want you to double before I weigh in, damn it. Oh my gosh.
I'm
We'll discuss
extremely
this
jealous.
more.
I'm extremely jealous. Obviously, like I can barely. I literally don't eat for 24 hours for me to make weight, and he's eating before he goes to the scale.
Right? He's eating on the scale. I'm surprised he don't eat on the scale. You've seen fighters do that, right?
Oh, Eve Everts does it all the time.
It's hilarious.
Used to do it all the time.
Hilarious. I love it. I love it. But that's for another podcast. Ian's got to run. I got nothing to do. It's the weekend. I don't know what Ian's got to do, but I'm good. We're just gonna kick it.
I'm chilling. I got family, Devin's brothers in town. We're gonna go have a barbecue tonight.
Oh yeah.
Watch the fights tomorrow. Got a lights out Sean Merriman's brand fashion show to go to. So
shout out.
Just chilling.
Nice, nice. Don't forget, Sunday, I just have anything to do with MMA, but Sunday, Team USA playing Team Mexico in a World Cup qualifier. You don't want to miss that. I know Devin's
the boys
gonna
or the
wanna watch
girls?
it. The boys.
Oh, I don't want to watch that.
You have no idea what the U.S. men's team has done lately, then.
Nothing.
Okay? They lost to Mexico by 1 goal in overtime the last time they played, okay?
Nothing.
They don't get the respect that they deserve, all right?
They don't deserve any.
Watch the game and you tell me that, all right? All right, you watch the game.
Okay, I'm going to watch them lose, and then I'll be like...
Exactly, you can come back at me.
I'm going to watch them lose, and I'm going to be like...
Mexico's a world-class team, and they have an epic rivalry, all right?
And USA is not.
We'll find out.
On the man's side, but the women's?
Of course, they're the best. They're insane.
Exactly. So
they're terrible. They're the JJ of freaking soccer.
Exactly. When it comes to soccer, I'll talk about the women. The men's don't even exist to me.
Man, that's messed up, bro. Give America. I believe that we will win, bro.
We are wasting our tax money on the fucking men's soccer team. They don't even do shit. They barely qualify. They can't even barely. It's horrible.
We'll see. I'm just saying it's going to be a good game. You're going to want to watch it. Support America, okay? Don't listen to Ian. It's bullshit. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
All right. Final thoughts.
Exactly.
My bad. This is like Jerry Springer. We got to have the last word.
Yep.
Jerry Springer. All right, Ian, go. What you got?
Final thoughts. It was a great card, man. Max Holloway looked phenomenal. The biggest thing, young fighters, conditioning, number one. Not only did Claudia say it, not only did the new champion of the world, Max Holloway, say it, his conditioning's number one, so he can throw all the moves and all the spinning back kicks and everything else because he has conditioning to do so. Look, Jose Aldo kind of faded in the last round. And look what happened to him. So work on your conditioning. The conditioning is part of your heart. It's all connected all together. The better conditioning you are is the more time you can actually take short notice fights. And you actually don't have to be afraid of taking fights. You actually just go out there and have fun. So conditioning sucks, but it's just part of the job, man. You know what sucks? Also sucks? Losing. So just focus on that. And they're going to be okay.
There you go. Well said. Well said, Ian.
Thank you.
Well said.
Your final thoughts?
One word. Everything all centered around this. Congratulations, Max. Congratulations. You have set out to do what you wanted to do since you came to the UFC. As the youngest fighter in history, you've done it. Congratulations.
There's only been 3 champions in the world at the featherweight division. Aldo,
Conor for 5 seconds.
For 5 seconds, and then Aldo came champion again, and then Max Holloway.
So that's amazing. That's amazing. I can't wait to watch you fight in person. I hope to meet you someday. Maybe you'll be in Anaheim. Because I know John Jones probably ain't going to be, but hopefully you'll be there.
I think he is.
We'll find out.
I think he is. Anaheim card tickets go on sale actually today.
All right. Buy your tickets now, folks. They sell out quick. Just saying, hit up Craigslist. I have a guy, Ian, I'm going to call him tonight. Can get us tickets.
Yeah, and I have 2 teammates on that card. I got Cyborg and I got Colin Kern.
Then you let me know how we can get these tickets, all right? All
right.
All right, so hit Ian up, everybody. Hit him up. He got the hookups. All right, all right. Thanks for listening, people. You're all wonderful. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and Ian, you better put this on your Facebook.
Like, comment, subscribe, share. Like, comment, subscribe, share.
There you go. See, that's what you should put on your Facebook.
Like, comment, subscribe, share.
And that's it. Thanks for listening, everybody. All right, bye.
Bye.